What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. This one, as you've probably seen in the title, it's all about fun. So I'm not a welder, I'm not a fabricator. I really don't know what I'm doing for the most part, but I do have this janky OBX Midpipe. This has been on my car since like 2015, 2016. It has a high flow cat welded into it very poorly. I didn't do it, obviously, and I spray painted it black because, I don't know, I felt like the welds were junk enough to where I'll just cover them up, and it was just kind of something that I did. This has been on my car for a while now. Here's a clip of what it sounds like. And that is with the integral Kobe muffler, the Goodwin Racing 1.8 header, and obviously this OBX Midpipe with a high flow cat in it. If you guys are longtime viewers, you'll remember back to when we first installed the OBX header and the OBX Midpipe, it was catless. And it sounded really loud. It did sound kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. Part of me wants to experience that again. And I didn't wanna lose my catalytic converter because obviously it's important for the environment, it's important for passing inspection. So I got a very special catalytic converter. It is very high flow and it has all the characteristics of a catalytic converter that you should have in your car if you're trying to protect the environment like I am. We are going to install this in the midpipe, I think. We're gonna try at least. I have an angle grinder, I have a Sawzall, I have a welder, so I mean, we're just gonna give it a shot and see how it sounds. I think I know how it'll sound as long as we don't have any exhaust leaks or anything like that. But yeah, we're gonna install this catalytic converter into our OBX Midpipe, throw it back in the Miata, and see how she sounds. Before we start the video, quick ad. But first, really quick, before we get this video started, if you are a Miata guy and you haven't already picked up a set of door straps, they are available right now on superautomotiveaccessories.com. Link is down in the description. The door strap pulls are better than ever with all new hardware, custom 3D printed materials, and fit perfectly into the interior of your NC Miata. Want to support the channel further, you can pick up one of these sweet shirts, Circuit Spirit Racing Team. Don't forget to grab a hat while you're there. Super comfy shirts, really well-fitting hats. So go pick up your Super Automotive Accessories merch, and now let's get back to the video. So preparing for this, my main concern right now is the new catalytic converter is a little bit longer than our old one, and I had an exhaust shop do this. It was like real cheap to do. You can see, it looks like he almost cut the end off this side and maybe cut the end off this side a little bit. I'm not sure, I didn't see him do it. But I'm thinking what we can do is, if I set it on here, it's kind of the same size, at least for the inner part of it. I'm wondering if I can angle grind out that angle right there, and then on this side right here, do like an angle like that, and then it'll be a little jank, but I mean, this is kind of already jank, so it'll have this harsh bend. I don't think it's gonna really affect performance in a way that we would even be able to measure. I mean, obviously we're not like a turbo car or anything, but I think as long as I kind of keep everything close to spec as far as measurements go, I think we'll be good. It should be the same size and everything like that. I'm gonna try to keep the pipe, like the main thing is keeping the mid-pipe the same size so we don't push our muffler out or put any extra pressure on our header or anything like that. So I think it should be good. And in case you guys are wondering, old Harbor Freight welder, this thing has actually come in handy. I bought it initially when I had to weld the timing gears on my camshafts in the 2.5 engine. If you guys haven't watched any of that, go check it out. But it worked for that. And it's worked for other little various things around the house and other little car projects. I've welded a couple little things here and there, and it's gonna be booger welds. It's not gonna be good, but like I said at the beginning, I'm not a welder, so please don't judge me too hard. This video is for fun. This is a fun project. I wanna try something out. Worst case scenario, I pick up a Racing Beat Midpipe for 250 bucks and I'm on my way. I get what I wanted anyways, but figured I'd try this first to see if I can save some money. I bought this catalytic converter a while ago, so it's just been kind of sitting on the shelf. I just haven't really had time to do it, and I figured today would be a good one to do it. So I'm gonna set you guys down. I'm just gonna get to measuring, cutting, and we'll just start this whole process. Okay, so our old cat is cut out, ready for our fresh, new, environmentally effective catalytic converter here. And I think I did an all right job. So this cut came out okay. I did mess up a little bit right here, but I can just kind of weld that in, I think. And then this side came out fine and actually matches up pretty well. So I think this is gonna work actually. Like I said, the welds aren't gonna be the prettiest. I don't know what kind of metal this is. I'd assume it's metal that I can weld with flux core. So we'll see. I mean, it's too late to turn back now, but I think this will work. And I think everything should line up correctly. And we will have a sweet, sweet, sweet DIY exhaust setup. Just don't tell anyone about the booger welds. All right, told you guys not to judge me too hard, but yeah, I'll show off my welds. Yeah, they're booger welds, but no holes, and it's all the way around. It looks like trash, like I said. This is all gonna be replaced in the future. Like I said, this is all just for fun. There it is, that side's done. So what I'm gonna do now is throw it back under the car and bolt up at least this back half, and then I can make sure that this one is aligned totally correctly. Because that would be the smart thing to do instead of just hoping that it aligns anyway. So I'm going to do all of that, and then I'll just show you guys when the other side is welded on, and then final product, clean it up a little bit, and then throw it all in. All right, guys, we are all welded together. It's not pretty, but I wasn't expecting it to be pretty. Got all the gaps welded up. We have a full pipe, and I measured it with the car. Everything should line up pretty well. I mean, from right here, it almost looks like I did a okay job, but I really didn't. Don't take this video too seriously. Now we got our pipe, and should be no leaks or anything like that. I made sure I went back and got all the pinholes. So now I'm gonna just throw it in the car. All right, mid-pipe is back in the car. It's all right there. Everything fit up pretty nice. It's not too far off, but everything's bolted on tight. Checked for exhaust leaks, all good. So now we just need to start her up and see how she sounds. All right, so overall volume on startup is a little bit louder, but at idle, it's not too different sounding than the high flow cat that was in it. You do get a little bit more of a chop, which is nice. See if I can, I say chop, it's more of like a more burbly kind of sound, but it sounds sick. All right, so tone is probably about the same. Volume at the higher RPMs when you go above about 3,000 when revving it, definitely louder. So I'm curious to see what this sounds like all the way to revline. I think it's gonna sound pretty crazy, but I'm excited. So I'm gonna throw all the body bracing back in, get everything wrapped up on the ground, and we'll just throw you in the car and we'll take this thing for a test drive. I am excited. So we are here in the car. Driven it down the road, and the car sounds pretty awesome, in my opinion. Like I said, it's much more raw sounding. The tone isn't too different, but it's louder. I've got the GoPro on the back, so hopefully we can get some exhaust clips that aren't totally blown out. But I just like to give you guys the best representation of what the exhaust sounds like in the car, outside of the car. Roll up the windows here a little bit. So if you guys missed it at the beginning, this is the Goodwin Racing 1.8 header, now with our new mid-pipe with the new catalytic converter, and with the integral Kobe rear muffler, single exit, which I've been loving. I still think this has got to be one of the best sounding mufflers that I've seen online or heard in person. Really love it. Car's already warmed up, so we'll be able to give it kind of a quick rip right off the bat here once we turn, and here we go. It pops now, a lot louder than it did. It sounds really, really cool. It's a little bit raspy, I say, but I don't mind that at all. I know exhaust sound is like, really depends on the person. And to me, I love this. Oh, that sounds so good. Ooh. I can't rip it too hard because the speed limits around here are only like 45, and I'm not about to go insane in 10 a.m. traffic on a Saturday, but I think you guys get the gist. If we like do a little downshift here. Whoa. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Oh, that sounds great. I love it. And I will say too, I've already ordered the Racing Beat mid-pipe because I realized this is very DIY, and I think my car is kind of nice. I've put money into it and put a lot of time into it, and I don't know. I want a proper mid-pipe as well. So I've already ordered the Racing Beat. So before anyone goes down in the comments telling me that it looks like garbage, the cat sits too low, because it does. I couldn't put my bracing on, so that definitely needs to be done. I've already ordered a new mid-pipe, so don't worry about that. Oh yes, this car sounds like it looks now. It sounds like it looks. Not like that. But it looks wild on the exterior, obviously, and now it sounds like it is. Sounds like it's got more under the hood than it does, but I feel good about the sound. I feel like it really matches kind of the vibe of this car, which is, a little wild, little flash, little loud, I'm good with that. It's just, I don't know, that's what the car is. It's kind of it's its own vibe, I kind of hate using that word, it's a vibe, or phrase, or whatever, but it is a vibe. I love this thing. Every single modification that I've done in the last few months has made me love this car even more. And the brakes have been working great. I got the new rotors on that are the correct size, and they work great. I kind of forgot I did that up until this point of me mentioning it, but yeah, they've been good. Happy with that. And I mean, just driving sensibly, like I said, the volume is a little bit higher, but it's not too droney or anything like that. It's honestly quite nice. I don't mind it at all. Very pleased with this. I'm surprised at how it sounds.
I can't remember if it sounds exactly like the Roadster Sport single when I had this setup, but I like it. It sounds really good. So I think that's enough driving for today. I feel like I've been pushing my luck with the 2 years out of inspection date and registration, but yeah, so I'm gonna call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the sound clips.
All right, and that is gonna be it from me, guys, for this video. Like I said, I've already ordered the Racing Beat Midpipe. It's something that I wanted to get, but I wanted to try this first just to see if it was a solution in it. I mean, it kind of is. If I was a better welder and things like that, it probably would work fine. But yeah, car sounds awesome. I'm super happy with it. It's a really good sneak peek at what the Racing Beat Midpipe is going to sound like once that does come in the mail this upcoming week. And I just want to say really quick, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much to everybody who has ordered a door strap kit for the Miata. I think we're at a little over 150 orders now, which means like 150 of you plus have a product that I made and designed and put all together for you guys. And that just, I don't know, that's like the coolest thing to me. I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much to anyone who has ordered one of those. Again, link is down in the description if you are curious to pick up a set for your car. And don't forget, go down below, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments below. See you in the next one.